Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. It's time for one of my favourite videos of the year, the Olivier's predictions. As always, I post these on the day that the awards actually take place. So if you want to know my guesses, my predictions, and also how terribly I know the theatre world, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So yes, firstly, the elephant in the room. I yesterday came off a 6.5 hour flight from Canada, and I have slept really well since, but I'm still a little bit kooky and I didn't want to put makeup on my face today, so you gave me au naturel. You are welcome. But moving on from that, if I do go a bit crazy, that is why. But enough of me and my comings and my goings. Let's get into this video because no doubt it's going to be a relatively lengthy one. So I didn't know what order to do the nominations in. So what I have done is I've gone to a trusty What's on Stage and I'm going in their nomination order. I'm also going to try my best to put the graphics from the Oliviers themselves over the top of me for each category, so I don't need to keep butchering everyone's names, because otherwise it's going to be a long video and I'm going to have to try and edit them so that I don't look like a complete fool, which is very tricky. Do you know how long it takes me to edit a video? However, I may have to butcher some of them, so this is my blanket apology right now if I butcher anything. But further ado, because like I said, it's going to be a long video, we're going to start off with the Noel Coward Award for Best Entertainment or Comedy Play. Hopefully the nominations are going to be over my face right now, but I know who I want to win and I hope wins, but I don't know if it's going to be who actually wins. I feel like this is going to go to either Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends and /or or Stranger Things First Shadow. I personally have never watched Stranger Things and have no interest in that play, apologies, and I didn't see Old Friends, just down to timings and such, but I did see when they performed it and recorded it. Were we still in lockdown at that point? I can't remember. But I saw the televised version and can see why that would win a prize. My hope is that it goes to Accidental Death of an Anarchist, because I haven't had as much of a good time at a play in a long time. I am not a play person at the best of times, but there was something about that show that drew me in, got me involved, and it also had like a massive message inside of it, and I still think about it like 6 odd months later. It was so brilliantly cast, it was just genius, and I really do hope that it wins. I would like to put my nomination, my prediction there. That is my want, but like I said, I think it's going to go to either Old Friends or to Stranger Things. Next up is Best Family Show. Again, over my face should be the predictions. I don't know anything about any of these, so this is truly going to be a I hope this person wins. And just because I think it's not just a children's it's not a children's show, it is the best thing in the world, I'm going to go Bluey's Big Play. I love it. I love Bluey. I am in a way very lucky to work with in like education, and occasionally you can stick on a bit of Bluey and it's a joy to watch. I can quote so many times, and I do have favourite characters, so I'm going to go Bluey. It's going to be a Bluey win. I'm kind of hoping that Bluey will come on the carpet like Dougie did. Was that last year? Best Picture from the Oliviers. It was Dougie like dressed up. Oh, amazing. But my hope and my prediction is gonna go to Bluey, because like I said, I don't know nothing about any of them. Next up we have the Gillian Lynn Award for Best Theatre Choreographer. Now I do have some knowledge in this because I've seen 4 out of the 5. Thank you very much. My hope is that it goes to Rogue, but I hope it goes to Mark Smith for The Little Big Things, because as I said when I reviewed the show, I loved the choreography in that show. It had elements of what seemed like BSL. It just felt very inclusive and just wonderful, and I feel like inclusivity in theatre needs to be promoted and celebrated, just so it is not forgotten about. The others in the category, Ellen Jane and Hans Langhoff for Dear England. I also really enjoyed that. It was very clever how the actors in the play moved things around and how it all worked out brilliantly. I loved that. Same with Arlene Phillips and James Cousins for Guys and Dolls. You know I love Guys and Dolls and I think it is amazing. And Susan Stroman for Grace of You. Susan Stroman knows how to do that kind of choreography so well. Any of the ones that I watch I hope win. I'd love for it to be a Mark Smith win. I do feel like it's probably going to go to Sunset though. I feel like Sunset is going to be that show that wins absolutely everything this year. I never saw it, so I can't comment, but my hope is for Mark Smith. My prediction is for Fabian for Sunset. Up next is Best Costume Design. Now I have seen 2 of the 4. I would hope that Ryan Dawson-Late for Lacage wins again, because he recently won the What's on Stage award for the same category. I would also love a Bunny Christie, Deborah Andrews for Guys and Dolls win, because those costumes are stunning. If anyone could ever make me the opening of Act 2 costume, please, like, I'd love to be one of those. I would like to have the whole pink, silver, glittery ensemble. Love it. It's my dream. I'm going to stick with that as my prediction as well. I think that Ryan is going to win again. Those costumes in Lacage were literally stunning on the eyeballs. Fantastic. And I think they should win. Up next we have got the Best Revival. Now I haven't watched any of them, but my prediction is going to be for Vanya at the Duke of York's. Don't know why, I just have something in there that I think it might win. I have no knowledge, I've not seen any of the nominations, but that is my prediction. And there we go. That was quite easy, that was quite snappy. Now we have time to talk about other things, including Best Musical Revival. I have seen 2 of the 4. I want to see Hadestown, haven't seen it yet. Everyone has been pointing out, however, that Hadestown, by the time these nominations came out, hadn't been back in town very long, and there was a lot of confusion about how it got its nomination for Best Revival, when the last time it was in town it was at the National. I'm not getting into that debate right now, I'm just aware that the debate is there. I would quite like Guys and Dolls to win, truly because it is my one true love in life. I also really enjoyed Groundhog Day, and I hope they revive the revival and bring it back, because I really enjoyed it. I think, however, I feel, like I said, Sunset is in this nominations. The Sunset probably will win. Yeah. So my hope, my want is Guys and Dolls. My prediction is Sunset. Simple as. Next up, we've got Best Sound Design. The nominations are as follows. I haven't been saying that, but hopefully they've been on my face. Right, let's have a look at the nominations. I think that this is going to go to... You know what? I think it might go to Stranger Things, the First Shadow. Or, let's be honest, it'd probably go to Sunset. Because I've already said it, I'm not going to keep saying it, but they're going to win quite a few awards. But for some reason I just feel like if there is another show out there that's going to get a lot of awards because of the amount of people who are talking about them and how big a production it is, it's going to be Stranger Things. Because although I've never seen Stranger Things, the TV programme, and have not as much interest in seeing the play because I don't know anything about it, and I feel like it's been out for too long for me to catch up, it does sound like it's quite the production, and for that reason I feel like it's going to win quite a few awards, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's either going to go Stranger Things, which is Paul Oddity, or it's going to go to Adam Fisher for Sunset. There's my technically 2 predictions. Hey ho. Next up, we've got Outstanding Musical Contribution. Now, I've seen 3 of the 4, so I feel like I have some knowledge on this. I would like either Tom Brady and Charlie Rosen for musical supervision and orchestrations, which is for Guys and Dolls. When I did my What's on Stage predictions, I did put, I think for the same, technically same award, I did put Tom Brady first and as my prediction and my want, because as I've said previously, there is something about that cast recording that I just love with all my heart. It's one of the best shows to sit and listen to. If you're in a bad mood, you put the Guys and Dolls soundtrack on, sorry, not soundtrack, cast recording on from the Bridge Theatre, and you're just lit from within. It's just a joy to listen to, and what Tom Brady and Charlie Rosen have done to that cast recording and to that show is just something else. It's definitely my want to win. I also think that you do have to have mentions for the likes of Matt Brind, who did musical supervision, arrangements and orchestration for Just for One Day, because when I saw that show earlier this year, it was so cleverly done. You literally felt like you were in this rock concert, but without coming out with your ears being deafened. It was just like a slightly muted concert, but the music behind it was just absolutely excellent. The same as well with Operation Mincemeat, because I have seen that show twice, and again, it's a cast recording that if you're just feeling a bit nah, it's one to brighten you up and it's one to get you up and going again. But at the same time, I've mentioned 3 out of the 4 nominations. The one I'm missing is Sunset, and like I have previously said, I feel like Sunset is going to win pretty much anything it has been nominated for. And like I've already said, I have no knowledge because I never saw the production, but the fact it won so many What's on Stage awards, the fact it's going to Broadway with some of the same cast, the fact it just has that air about it, I feel like it probably will win the category. But my hope, my want, my everything is for Tom Brady and Charlie Rosen to win, because I just think it should. Okay, simple as. The next category up is the Best Actor in a Supporting Role category. I'm going to put the nominations on my face again. I think it's going to be a Little Life win, possibly for Luke Thompson. However, my want is for Will Close for Dear England. I said it in my What's on Stage award predictions, but Will Close in that role as Harry Kane was something else. It brought me joy, it brought me happiness, it just brought me everything, and it is my hope for winning. But like I said, I feel like it's going to be a Little Life win, but I can't say much more because I didn't see the show. Next up we have the Best Actress in a Supporting Role nominations, which are going to be ding right there. Again, I didn't see any. Oh no, I lie, I saw Dear England. My hope and my want is that it goes to Hayden Gwynn for When Winston Went to War with the Wireless. Obviously we all are aware that she unfortunately passed away, but to still have her in the list just feels really special. And yeah, I kind of hope that she wins and gets celebrated one final time for her super hard work. I'm going to stop because I'm getting emotional. Like I said, jet lagged. Next up we've got the Best Set Design award. The nominations are as thus. I know who I would like to win, and I know who will probably win. So my who I'd like to win is for Bunny Christie for set design at Guys and Dolls. I have said it previous times on the 3 times that I have seen the show. The moment you walk into that auditorium, whether you are standing or whether you are seated, you are greeted by this amazing set, which is unlike anything I've ever seen, and you feel part of that world the moment you step in. I absolutely adore it, and I really hope that it wins. But I think and predict that this is going to go to Sunset in a similar category to this at What's on Stage, and if it wins a What's on Stage it's more likely to win an Olivier. Sutra Gilmore and Nathan Amsey and Joe Ransom, who do set and video design for Sunset. I do believe that Nathan Amsey and Joe Ransom won an equivalent for What's on Stage, so my prediction is that that will go to them as well. But like I said, my want, my hope, my dream is that Bunny Christie wins for Guys and Dolls. Next up we've got Best Lighting Design. Nominations are on the screen. My prediction and want again is for the same as the last nomination, or the last category, because I would again quite like it to go to Guys and Dolls and Paul Constable. Like I've just said, alongside Bunny Christie's set design, the lighting in the show is something special and a dream. But again, I feel it's going to go to Sunset for everything that Sunset has done, just in like visuals and slime content that I've seen on the likes of TikTok. I know what a creation the Sunset team did with this revival, and I'm aware, like I've said a few times, that it's going to win quite a few awards, and I just predict that it's going to win another one in this category. Next up we've got Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. Again, I'm a bit of a broken record, But my prediction is going to go to Grace Hodgett-Young for Sunset Boulevard. She is one of the few that is going with the show to Broadway, and for that to be happening, it's kind of obvious that she is a pivotal part of the show, and I'm assuming that she shall win. Again, haven't seen Sunset, but that is my prediction. Like I think I said in my What's on Stage version of this predictions for this year, I would love it with all my heart if Amy Trigg won for The Little Big Things. She was one of my favourite people in the show. It was just a performance that I shall never forget, and think that Amy is absolutely fantastic. So that is my hope, but my prediction is to go to Grace. Next up, we're going to Best Actor for a Supporting Role in a Musical. Nominations are hopefully over my face again, but again, we all know whom I want is for this category, and that is Cedric Neal for Guys and Dolls at the Bridge Theatre. The passion I have for Guys and Dolls and for Cedric Neal as a human being is like nothing else. I loved Cedric's performance in this show. I was fortunate to be there on his last performance as Nicely Nicely, and you can see like literally he finished Sit Down Your Rocker in the Boat, the final reprise, and the emotion that came out of that human being at the end of the final reprise was like nothing else. And it's something that's going to be in my brain for a long period of time, and I would 100% cry floods of tears if Cedric wins. Yeah. I feel like that's all I need to say. Same with Jack. Jack I've had the fortune to see twice in his roles in Operation Mincemeat, and I absolutely loved his performance in that. I feel like it's going to be another Sunset win. David Thaxton for Sunset. I feel like I can't be annoyed at Sunset, because from what I've heard of people who saw the show, I heard nothing but great things. And I know that there's always going to be one show every year that has this pivotal place where all the awards go to it. However, when they're going up against some of your favourite people, it's hard to be like, I predict this person's going to win, when your heart is screaming at you to say, no, this person's going to win. But then your heart of hearts always going to be very much knowing that it's probably not going to happen. Or is that just the pessimist in me? I don't know. Right, shall we move on? After that, the next award is for Best New Opera Production. Now, if you've ever seen any of my productions in the past, I just go Ip Dip Sky Blue when it comes to opera and to dance, because they are two things that I don't have much knowledge in. So I'm just gonna go for blue, because why not? It's not even like I can put an informed decision on opera based things, because I don't know anything about it personally, and I don't really know anyone who knows anything about opera. One day I'm going to put my hard-earned money into an opera production ticket and just go and sit and watch one. But Alas, I know nothing about the 4 nominations, so I'm just going to predict blue because it's the top one on the list. The other opera-based nominations is for Outstanding Achievement in Opera. There is 3 nominations. I always wonder why there's always 3 and not the same amount of nominations for each production, each category, but hey ho. And I'm going to go again for the top one, which is Antonio Pappano. Probably ruined his name, and I do apologise, for his role as musical director at the Royal Opera House, because that kind of encompasses many productions, and they must be doing a great thing at the Royal Opera House to get a nomination. Shall we move on to something I know more of? Next we move on to Best Actor in a Musical. Now I saw 3 out of the 4 nominations. My prediction is Tom Francis, and like I said, I can't be annoyed at saying how many times I think Sunset is going to win. However, caveat with this one is I have seen Tom Francis a few times in various different productions. I saw him in Rent at the Hope Mill. I think that was the first time I saw him in a show, and I was blown away by his performance as Roger. I also saw him in What's New Pussycat at the Birmingham Rep. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed his performance in that, so I truly think that I would be happy with a Tom Francis win for Sunset to just like truly begin his amazing future musical career. That being said, I would be happy with any of the nominations winning. I saw David Cumming twice in Operation Mincemeat, and their performance is chef's kiss. I saw Daniel Mays twice? Yeah, 2 times in Guys and Dolls, and both times I thought he was amazing. And Charlie Stemp in a production of Crazy For You. Charlie Stemp in any production is just hands down a joy to watch. That man has more talent in his little finger than I have in my entire body, and I can't be offended by that. Like I said, I think it's probably going to be another Sunset win, but I would truly be happy with any of those nominations winning. Next up we go to Best Actress in a Musical, and the nominations hopefully are on my face. Again, I don't feel like I could be offended by any of them winning. Again, I think it is going to go to Sunset Boulevard and to Nicole Scherzinger. She won the equivalent on the What's on Stage Awards, and I assume that she'll win this. I think we all know what I'm about to say, but my wish, my want would be that Marisha Wallace won for Guys and Dolls. That woman is iconic to me, and I truly hope that she wins for her role in Guys and Dolls. And I hope she's not away from the stage for too long. Obviously she was recently in Celebrity Big Brother, which I did not watch. However, I have had the fortune to sit in a room and watch her perform multiple times now, and every time she just blows me away. So that is my want. Now we have our 2 dance awards. Firstly, we have Best New Dance Production, and I again have no knowledge on any of them. However, I think it's going to go to Time Spell by Michelle Dorrance, Julian Myers and Tyler Peck, part of the Turn It Out with Tyler Peck and Friends at the Settlers Wells. Why? Because I'm pretty sure that Tyler Peck is a famous ballet dancer, because I'm about to out myself, I am quite the fan of ballet based vlogs on YouTube. Don't ask me how this starts, I can't touch my toes at the best of times, but I love a bit of ballet, and for that reason I feel like that should win. I don't know. This is when I completely out myself, and Tyler Peck isn't the person I'm thinking of. So we're going to move on, and that is to outstanding achievement in dance. Again, I have no knowledge, but again I'm going to go for Rhiannon Faith for her community focused conception of lay down your burdens at the Barbican, should I say, because, oh, why not? Next up we have got outstanding achievement in affiliate theatre. My knowledge again on this is not strong, however, because it's a show that I wished I'd seen but missed, we're going to go for The Time Machine, a comedy by Stephen Canny and John Nicholson at the Park Theatre. Like I said, no knowledge, we're just guessing. It's the favourite kind of predictions. Moving forth, we have Best Director. Again, Jamie Lloyd for Sunset Boulevard at the Savoy Theatre I think is going to win. My hope, my wish, my dream is that it goes to Rupert Gold for Dear England, because I loved that show, and the way the choreography and the direction worked alongside each other was just something else. For a person who doesn't really follow football to truly love a football play, it needs to get some nominations and some prizes because it's special. Next up we have Best Actress in a Play. It just says Best Actress, but it is in a play. Again, I have no knowledge, but because I've heard great things, I'm gonna go Laura Donnelly for The Hills of California. It's a play, or it's a show that I've heard of and heard good things about, and that is pretty much why I'm predicting it. I haven't seen any of them in the nominations, so it's purely off the back of people talking, which is not what this awards is all about, because as we all know, the Oliviers are what's the word, not critic based, but they're more about the people who know a lot about theatre and less about being a popularity based audience award, which is what's the stage is. Moving on, we have got Best Actor. Now I would definitely put my one as Joseph Fiennes for Dear England. I saw the production, I truly enjoyed watching it. I think however it's going to go to Andrew Scott for Vanya, just based off the fact that I heard great things whilst it was on. I also have seen it advertised in cinemas, and it has showed like multiple times in cinemas, and for a show to do that, there is some reason behind it, and there we go. That is my prediction. I think it will go to Andrew Scott, but I would kind of hope it to go to Joseph Fiennes because I truly enjoyed his portrayal of Gareth Southgate in Dear England. Getting on to our last two award nominations, we have Best New Play. I only saw one, heard great things about two of the others. My prediction and my wish, it goes to Dear England. As I've said previously in a few of the other nominations, I am not a massive football fan. I follow it but don't really know a great deal. However, I bought my ticket to go and watch that show. I knew nothing about the show. I just thought it was something that I needed to watch. I saw how long the show was, and that didn't faze me. It was such a clever production, and yeah, I just hope all the good things happen to it. I would love to see it again in a few years. Yeah, it's just a very clever piece of theatre, and one that I still think about now. So my prediction and my hope is that it goes to Dear England. And finally we have got Best New Musical. Now this one I have watched 3 out of the 4 nominations, and the 4th one is one that I want to see when it comes back round in the not too distant future. It's one that I think out of them, do I don't know. I don't know where to put this one, because obviously you've got the likes of Operation Mincemeat, which has been extended and then extended and then extended and then extended. It is a great piece of theatre, it's a great show, everything about it is brilliant. You've got A Strange Loop, which I saw at the Barbican, and it gave me a lot to consider, and it is a story that is worth telling. You've got A Little Big Things, which we all know I truly love and hope it comes back in some shape or form in the not too distant future. It is a great piece of theatre. Again, the music in it is phenomenal, and again it's a great story that needs telling. And you also have Next to Normal, which is a show that I know some of the music of, and again it is a story worth telling. It's not necessarily a new musical because it's been around for a while. I feel like this is probably going to go to Next to Normal, but I would truly love it goes to The Little Big Things. I love the show, I think it is so good. Like I said, I do hope it comes back in the not too distant future. But yeah, I would not be offended by any of those nominations. I do feel it's going to go to Next to Normal, but I would love if it went to The Little Big Things or Mincemeat, because they are 2 absolutely excellent UK shows that have come from humble beginnings into what they are right now, and I feel like we should promote that and hope that more happen in the future. And there we go. So they are all of the awards predicted. How many of them will be correct? Probably none, because they never are. I often show how little knowledge I have of theatre in these predictions. But that's okay, because we all learn, we all grow, we all have a great time watching these, and I always enjoy making them. But I'm going to leave this video here and say thank you very much for watching. If you've got to the end, congratulations, and hopefully in the not too distant future we might have a few more reviews, because I'm going to go and see a few things soon and I'm very excited. But that is pretty much that. I love you all lots. I hope to see you very soon, and good luck to all the nominations, and congratulations to all the winners.